guys, it's Nick, and today I'm going to share with you guys how I do my glass skin makeup look for oily skin. Because let's just be realistic right now, and that when I searched glass skin and basically mukha silang oily buong mukha nila, I cannot do that because I'm oily skin and that is not a good look if you're oily like me. And plus, it's summer, ang init na ngayon sa Pilipinas, it's not going to be realistic. So when I was thinking about how I can do my glass skin look, this is what I came up with, which is basically a glowy, dewy, fresh look that's going to last, and it's not going to, you know, melt off your skin in this heat. So if you guys want to know how I did this glass skin glowy makeup look that lasts throughout the day, then keep on watching. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that red button, and if you're done, let's get on to the video. Okay, so here we are, bare face, and one thing to note is that you have to make sure that you have a good base on in terms of having moisturizer synced into your skin. So I made sure that I already cleansed and moisturized my face, so my skin is quite smooth and ready for all the makeup. Okay, so since it's summer, I always promote that you guys wear sunscreen, and this sunscreen is the Biore Perfect Milk Sunscreen. It's good if you have oily skin because when you put on this sunscreen, it's matte. And sometimes sunscreen can slip all over the face and it makes you look oilier than you would like. In this video, you'll see me mixing matte products and glowy products, and that's for the reason of we're oily. Since this makeup is about glass skin for oily skin, it's really a matter of mixing those glowy products and the mattifying products so that you don't look like an oily mess, which, you know, not a good look. Another option that you can do is apply a mattifying base in the middle of your face. I use a mattifying base to control the oils there, but the outside parts of our face, we're gonna keep it, you know, glowy. Now we can move on to the foundation, and now that we have that matte soft base to work with, we can now apply the glowy products. So what I found that really works well with oily skin types such as myself is mixing a really matte foundation with a glowy highlighter. Think about the most matte foundation that you have that sometimes can be quite drying or crusty on the face. Yung parang alam mo na, ang dry mo na at the end of the day, like this area looks dry. It's just too matte for your preference. So what I like is mixing these two together. This is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation and the matte strobe cream. This foundation is very matte, but it has a very thin consistency, so it's not going to cake up on your face when you mix it with the strobe cream. And when I experimented putting them together, it was like a good combination of that. Your makeup lasts longer, but it looks glowy and your oils are controlled at the same time. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but for some reason these two really work together. So I mixed them at the back of my hand, so it's in this one right here, so I just put it right there. So usually I get 2 scoops, so it really depends on the consistency of the matte foundation that you have. Usually from the strobe cream, I just get a pea-sized amount, like not so much. So I have this mixture, as you can see right there. The white one is the matte strobe cream and the foundation is obviously the beige one. So I mix a concoction at the back of my hand. So I dot this all over my face. I need to cover my pimples here, which has already formed an Ayala triangle on my face. It's literally 3 pimples that form the triangle. So bye-bye. And then whatever's left on my hand is I put it here in my neck so that everything is one color. So I'm using a beauty blender. I feel like this is a crucial tool in this look to make the foundation really sink into the skin and not just sit on top, so that it's not gonna slide throughout the day, it's not gonna cake up. Your base is very important in the overall result because you want to make sure that everything is blended and sunken into your skin. It feels silky and creamy on the skin so that you don't look flat, because our goal here is to have that glass, dewy, glowy skin later. Next is concealer. I'm using the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. So this is quite a matte concealer that I know will not budge throughout the day, but at the same time, it's not too matte. It really keeps your under eye area fresh and not dry whatsoever. and we just blend it out with a sponge. So the technique with the sponge is you have to like pack that in, pounce it, not drag it. You can see like there's a little bit of glow peeking through, but we know that this face is going to last because it has those elements of being long lasting. But then we still need powder to set the rest of the face, or else everything is gonna slide off when you're sweaty, when you're walking, when you're wherever in the Philippines. It's gonna be so hot and you're gonna be sweating. And what we need to control that oil is just apply powder in areas that tend to get more oily throughout the day. I usually would apply that under my eyes, in my nose area, my chin, and my forehead, and leave everything outside where we want the glow to come through. Now we're gonna bring back the glow on our face, and usually I like to put bronzer because it looks more lifelike and realistic to have shadows outside your face. But instead of using a cream bronzer, which can really slide off your face if you're oily, I use a powder bronzer here from Starr. It's quite shimmery and glowy when you apply it on the face. Next is blush, which I'm using that will really match with my outfit because my overall look for my skin is quite rose goldish, fresh, glowy look. So I really like this because it kind of gives you that natural flush. And whatever is left on my brush, I kind of pounce it a little bit, spread it a little bit on my nose so that it's not just a white powdered nose. I kind of want everything to blend together into the same cohesive color palette. And now we need to bring back the glow to this face, which is very crucial in the glass skin look. It's just that for me, it's important that you have the base that will really make your skin last, which is that bronzer, that foundation, that blush. And now we're going to add that glowy element. First is applying liquid highlight. This is the epitome of that glass skin, I feel like. And you may be asking, how can I put liquid highlight on top of powder? The thing is, this highlight, which is from Jcat, it's really good in putting it on top of this combination. It doesn't patch up weird. It really blends into the skin seamlessly, especially if you have that beauty sponge to blend that out. And you need to be careful and mindful of where you're gonna place it. So I put it right over here, and then panic because I need to blend that right away before it dries. And blend, 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 blend. Don't stop until you don't see any lines or streakiness. So of course, the other side of the face, look at this versus this sad cheek. So you really have to focus here at the top because we are going to blend it out on the rest of our cheek. And you kind of bring it above your brow bone a bit, because I see that often with the glass skin looks, like in this area is where you really focus the glow. And especially if you're oily, you don't want to be glowy everywhere. You just want to focus it on this particular area wherein you probably don't get that oily, so you can really pack on the glow. Just remember to pounce, don't drag. You're gonna ruin everything. And there is that magnificent glow. And then usually I would leave it at this when I want to keep it that natural glow, like as if you just worked out or you just came from the beach and you just sweat, you know, that type of look. But if you want to make sure that it's going to last extra long throughout the day, I pack on a little bit of highlighting powder. And for that, I have two options for you guys. I have the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlight in the shade Molten Rose Gold, and the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. Today, I am using the Wet n Wild highlighter, and let's put on the magic. So I really want to focus it over here. And whatever is left, I just blend it a little bit in this area. It's still gonna give you that wet look, which will work well with that liquid highlight. And then whatever's left, I like putting on the middle of the nose. Okay, so I just put on brows because brows are very important in framing the face. But basically, that's how I achieve the glass skin glowy look that is really perfect for oily skin. Like you can see that I'm not oily in the center of my face, but I'm really glowing in the outside portion. And the thing is, eventually throughout the day, you will get a little bit oily already, and it will just tie in the whole look. Another option is, if you want to bring up the glow even more, is that using setting spray. So I really like the MAC Fix Plus for that purpose. It doesn't really add so much of a glow, it just really meshes everything together so that all of that glow will really look as seamless together. When it's already drying a little bit, I'm gonna use my beauty sponge and just have that extra touch of pouncing everything together so that everything is very seamless and there's no harshness. Oh yeah, and of course the lips, you want it to look glossy and juicy also. So my favorite combination at the moment is using the MAC lipstick in the shade Mama Starr and the Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fenty Glow, and it's really gonna give you that juicy, wet, glossy look, which is really like matching with this glass skin face. Like that, and I just blend it a little bit. And the great thing about this is that it really lasts throughout the day. Like there was a time when I did this, and when I got home, I was like, girl, pwede ka pang pumarty niyan. Kidding, I don't really party. I just end up sleeping 90% of the time. Yeah. So that's it for the base. But if you guys really liked my eye makeup look at the start of this video, I'm going to make a separate video for that. Stay tuned in my next video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so that you will be notified in my upcoming videos for that eye look that I was talking about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!